Everyone, welcome to my channel again. So as far we had covered set up the Apollo server or merge the type tabs or the resolver, or how can we use multiple type tab or multiple resolvers. So in this video we'll cover how can we use the mutation. So first of all, let's move to the file user.js inside type tabs, and inside it I'm gonna just write a mutation that will gonna add new user for us. So here I'm gonna use type mutation. Inside it I'm gonna pass new user, and it will expect the username and is as the parameter. So name should and string, that should be the required name, should be required for user, and is, and it should be type of int, it should be required as well. So I'm going to use int here as. So okay, it's saying what equal saying, it's saying app crest. Cat kid. Okay, like this for now. So I'm going to use the resolver for this, and it should be new user, and inside it I have to pass the user as well here. So by separate with comma, I'm going to use the user here, and it should be required. So there you can see we have in user we have just id, name, and age. So id will generate dynamically, and for the uh, name and else is I expect this thing from the request. So now we have to move to the resolvers. Just move inside the resolver, and then I have to create the new post here. So there I'm going to use or you can use here just before it, and I'm going to use a const, and it should be new user, and inside it I'm gonna pass the params. So we'll discuss it later on, and first just create the signature of the function. So inside it I'm gonna use const user, and it should be first one, user should have the id, and id I'm gonna use whatever the length of the user. I'm gonna just create the new id for that. So I'm gonna use users dot length plus one. So it will as we have number of users 2, so it will gonna create next user with id 3, and the second one I'm gonna use the name. It should be something we get from the argument. So let's speak about the parameter we get. So first of all we have the parent, and second one we have the name, and we have just name, and what we say we have the is. So I'm gonna just you can simply use args here, args, and later on you can destructure here args dot name or anything. So I'm gonna just make a destructure here as well. So here I'm gonna use the name, what I expect from the request. So name and age. So here I'm gonna pass the name here as it is, or you can simply use name here, and by separate with comma I'm gonna use age. So this is the shorthand property I'm gonna use. So after that what I'm gonna do, like what we have on the name of array, we have number of users here. What the user I got, I'm gonna push it inside the array of existing user. So here I'm gonna use user here. It should be save, and it gonna return the user. So now we have the new user here, and let's make one check here. Our mutation name is new user. So inside the resolver, now we have the resolver for the query by separate with the comma. I'm gonna use the resolver for the mutation, and inside it I'm gonna pass the new user. Save this one, and let's try to add new user, and let's see will it work or not. So let's run npm run server, and the server is starting. And I'm gonna use just to like create a new tab here and see if we have mutation or not. Just refresh it once as it opened before. There you can see now we have mutation. So it's type of user, and argument it's expecting the name and the age. So let's see. uh, I'm gonna use here mutation. After that I'm gonna give curly braces and using new user, and is expect the name. There you can see it show the hint automatically, or you can simply press control space. So a name should type of string, and here I'm gonna give the name of like third user. And I think I had spell it wrong. Let's separate with comma, and it expects the second argument, it's type of int, and for third user I'm gonna give the so40. After that I'm gonna use the id, name, the value I want, and next should be age. So let's see will it work or not. There you can see now we have the id of 3, and name is third user, and age is 40. As before that we have two user in the list, and it is like id plus 1, length plus 1. So if I'm gonna use the fourth user here, so its id should be 4. There you can see we have the fourth user here. So this is how mutation work. So in next video we'll see like currently we are giving this as a parameter, and suppose you have to give lots of description. Let's speak about the sign up page. So while adding the new user you have to provide its address detail, pin code, phone numbers, so etc. So how can we use query variables here? You can see the field we have here at the bottom of screen, query variables. So we can just use a single reference, and inside it we can pass the multiple data. So we'll cover the query variable in next video. So that's all for this video. If you enjoy, please like, and if you're new, please subscribe to the channel.